Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry to be coming at you tonight. I'm Bill Binko, co-founder of LessonPix. This is my co-founder and wife, Lori. And thought we'd come on here real quick and record a quick note about what we're going to do about Hurricane Milton. We kind of have already done some of this because of Hurricane Helene. We are going to post this one and add a link to it so people can know what to expect. We will also keep updating on the Facebook page going forward. First, thank you, many of you. So type in the comments, please. Somebody make sure you guys can hear us fine and post in the comments. We're happy to answer any questions you have from this. So first, for those of you who've asked, we're fine. We're out of harm's way. We're in Pensacola visiting our daughter, hence the new digs. And we are, and Alyssa says you can hear us. Thank you. Yay. We are safe. We just went through Hurricane Helene at our home. Our home was kind of devastated. Our home was devastated by the storm surge of Hurricane Helene.
So whatever word you want to use.
Inundated. We had 40 inches of rain throughout the house. Everything was destroyed. And but it's stuff. The things that hurt were memories, not money. So it was stuff. At this point, that is all that stuff is out of there. The things that we are saving are no longer in that house. If it floods again, that will really stink. But we are resigned at this point. So thank you for checking on us. LessonPix is doing fine, but this storm is a little bit different than Helene. There was no crying. Turn those off. So Helene ran up the coast and flooded the people right along the coast. And we happened to live on the coast. We had the benefit of that and the pain of that as well. But Helene was never going to impact LessonPix. But this storm might. It is very likely that this storm will impact LessonPix operations and the way we do it. And it will probably impact you if you're a LessonPix user. So we thought we would give you a heads up.
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
We have to be ready for it, and we have to communicate to you what you should expect from us and from LessonPix in the storm. So
much better way to word that.
Fine. You're just going to be one of those today, aren't you?
Somebody has to be.
So let's show something here. So, and let's do it this way. It's just two of us. So this is why we're concerned. So this is Hurricane Milton. If you're on Facebook, Dennis Phillips is the person we listen to for all this information. And they posted this a little while ago. Obviously, this is currently an incredibly strong 180 mile an hour storm. It will weaken before it gets to Tampa. But as you can see, that is straight over Tampa. Like the center of the cone right now is over Tampa. And that will be devastating to the Tampa Bay area. We are way up here in Pensacola. Our data center, our primary data center, is directly under that 3 right there. So the likelihood that we will have no impact is less than 50%. The chances are internet or power to the data center will at some point be impacted. Now, this data center that we use has been fantastic. We've used it since 2010 when we started LessonPix. We've had a grand total of about 4 hours of power failure there in the dozen years we've been there. We did have an internet outage during a storm for a few hours, and we might again. It is in downtown Tampa on the 10th floor. There's not going to be a water issue. It's a bunker, basically, so it's very unlikely that there will be issues, but the likelihood that there will be some impact to either power or internet to get to that building is fairly high. It'll also be impacting everybody else there. Wikipedia is there. I mean, it's a big data center, okay? But it is something we have to be prepared for them losing connectivity. So I think we should tell you what to expect if that happens, and then what we've got in place. So the first thing, you're not going to lose any of your data, even if that data center goes off for a long period of time. We have backups of everything up into the cloud, up into managed cloud infrastructure, AWS cloud infrastructure. And that's done every night. We have that running all the time. We have a plan in place to move to that as our primary and have the DR be the data center. And that was going to take place in Christmas, over Christmas break. We don't want to give you downtime unnecessarily, and that'll definitely be downtime. But this may push us to do that changeover earlier. So we need to be ready to lose power Wednesday nights. If you look at the timing again on this, so the storm would hit somewhere between 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. on Wednesday, going into Thursday night. So Wednesday
That's projected
evening.
right now, correct?
Projected right now, but it can't get here much faster than that. Like the earliest that it could get to us would be Wednesday afternoon. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we need to be prepared for losing power somewhere on Wednesday evening, and possibly having it out for a continued period of time. So what are we going to do about this? Well, we are going to do a few things. We're going to disable new signups on Wednesday, and that's for both groups and individuals. That's because if we have to switch over to the data center, to the Amazon data center, or to our disaster recovery center, we don't want to have new users that have paid, and now we will lose their signups. We'll lose that information. So we'll probably disable new signups unless we come up with a better idea on Wednesday. So if you want to sign up for LessonPix, do it between now and Wednesday afternoon. Really, now and tomorrow Tuesday night. So tomorrow, if you want to sign up, that's it. Yes, Lori's shirt is perfect. I thought it said Lori's shit is perfect, which it's not, but it's okay. If I can't say that now, something's wrong. So her shirt is perfect. Absolutely. We're going to disable new signups tomorrow night, and they'll be disabled until we know whether we're going to stay in the Tampa data center or switch over to our secondary, which we should know that Thursday night by midnight. So I would say all day Wednesday, some of Thursday, we might not be taking new signups. That's okay. We can survive with that. And then we will be closed for phone calls and really for anything other than urgent support. So our staff lives in Tampa, a lot of it. About half our staff lives in Tampa. They have evacuated. A lot of them are coming up here. We are spread out. We are fanned out. But during the actual storm, our call center is going to be emergency only, and you'll get an appropriate voicemail call message. Feel free to send emails to support@lessonpix.com. We'll get to them when we get to them, which we will try to do as we go. The site will remain operational. There'll be a warning on the top. So right now, if you look at LessonPix, bring LessonPix up. So if you look at LessonPix right now, it looks like this, and it's got this warning at the top. It will have a warning on the top during this impacted time that warns you that while you can use LessonPix and you can make materials and you have access to everything, there is a possibility that we will be rolling back to Tuesday night's backup. So the materials you create during that time may not be there Friday and Saturday. If we don't end up cutting over to the disaster recovery site, that'll be fine. We'll give you a warning on that. We are going to push all of the renewals until next week. I don't know if I already said that. Groups and individuals, nobody will expire during the impacted time. And so don't worry about that. I mean, obviously, if you want to renew now, go ahead and renew now. But if you don't, nobody's going to, nothing gets exposed. You don't lose anything when you expire anyways for a long period of time. But if you are up for expiration, the people who expire during this period will get an extra week or so. And then a longer term plan. So there's a reason why we have our servers in the Tampa data center, right? So it has been a very inexpensive, high quality location for us for a dozen years.
Allowing us to keep our price low.
Right. It is part of why we can keep our price low, because of the rates that we negotiated that they have continued to honor. One of the things that keeps our price as low as it is the fact that we have a very inexpensive way to host. We've had a ridiculous uptime at the center with our own things. with our own servers, and like the number of times we've been down, I can count on one hand over 12 years.
And we're hoping it stays that way.
Right. We have every
It's the
intention.
worst case scenario. It just seems
Yes.
more and more likely as the storm gets closer.
Yeah, when you're looking at a 180-mile-an-hour storm that's got a bullseye on your data center, you need to reach out to your customers and tell them that this may be an issue. And make your materials. Make the materials that you're going to need on Wednesday. Make them now. And make them tomorrow. You'll still be, as long as we are up, you'll be able to make them. But there is a possibility that we will be in a situation where we have to roll back and a day's worth of materials will be lost. And that's what we are looking at. Our plan was to move over Christmas to the managed hosting site, the cloud site. The main driver for that actually happened with the attack we endured in August. The flexibility that we had in the disaster recovery center was valuable enough that we made the decision to cut over to it, but we don't really have a good time to do that. But this might be a good time to do that. We might very well. If we do that, if we make that, kilometers. I'm trying to figure out how many kilometers that is. Yeah, I don't know. So if we make the cut over to the disaster recovery site, some of the features are not ready to work there, but they are minor. We will disable MFA. None of you will mind that we will not be sending the email, the multi-factor authentication emails to make sure we'll turn that off during this period because we know that won't work from the new data center. The other big thing that likely won't work will be inbound photos to email. So when you email photos into the site, having those automatically appear on the site, you'll have to upload them via the upload feature during this period. And we will, I don't think we're going to be able to get that switched over before we cut over. If we cut over, it will take, if we lose power, we will wait a period of time before we switch over to the disaster recovery scenario, probably 4 hours. During that time, we may be down. If it's obvious that we're going to be out for a long period of time, we will, if it slams through Tampa, and we know, then we'll make a judgment call and cut over early. But we will wait for some period of time, and then we'll make a decision. Once we do that, we will be running in a degraded capacity for some period of time. My goal would be to have you up and running immediately on Thursday on the disaster recovery site, and then spend the next weekend tuning and getting things like email fixed and things like that, so that by Monday we're completely back up and we wouldn't have had any unplanned loss of any data.
There's a great question about having a training on Thursday.
Let's see. This one. No, that's not it. Where is it? This is it.
Yeah.
Listen, Warren, I've been thinking about you and everyone at LessonPix. Should we cancel our training planned for Thursday? Yep. Yes, you should. So you should reschedule. Don't cancel it. You should reschedule it. I would say next week will be fine. But yeah, or if it's a PD, we might be fine. But you should be ready to dance if the site is down. If the site is down,
Alyssa lives in Florida as well.
Yeah, so. Alyssa shouldn't be doing this either because she's going to be hunkered down with a storm. So Alyssa will reach out by mail. Yep. Okay.
There you go.
So, but yes, I would say that and we'll have Beth. Beth is here as well. There she is. Reach out to Beth at LessonPix with training questions. And Beth, go ahead and clear the decks for Thursday and Friday. I don't think we should have any trainings, and I hadn't thought about it. So thank you very much, Amy, for bringing that up. This is why we do these things live. We get answers that we wouldn't normally have thought of, and I did not think about trainings at all.
No, me neither.
All right. But yes, by Monday, we will definitely be able to do trainings no matter what. And
hopefully we'll be able to do them Thursday, but I just think
we should
take that as a precaution.
Let's send the emails and cancel the trainings we have scheduled. Yeah. I mean, there are going to be people out there who have PDs scheduled that we don't even know about. But when our people are doing trainings, let's go ahead and go cancel them. Stay safe. So thank you, Debbie. We are safe. Everybody.
But
everybody has evacuated who needs to evacuate LessonPix, and we are safe. We are in Pensacola. Eric Carson, those of you who know, he's amazing. He is on his way here. He got a late start and is in the traffic getting out of there, but he is making progress. Everybody has a safe place to go. We made sure of that. We did not because of the damage to the house, so we got out early. Mm-hmm. And I'm very glad we got out early. All right. Any questions? I think I went over my little cheat sheet.
Alyssa said Beth and she had already chatted, and they have a plan B, and they'll make a plan C.
Okay, there you go.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So Beth and Alyssa will
Life
handle the training.
happens.
Life happens. Visuals help.
Visuals help.
So, all right, everybody stay safe. Okay, so I'm not seeing any other questions. Beth, Alyssa, anybody at all have any questions about us, about LessonPix and what we're going to be doing?
Feel free to.
Okay. When you go to LessonPix, we rock. I'm glad we rock. Thanks, Eileen. Eileen works for us. She's in the path of the hurricane. She's hunkering down. But if we have any downtime at all, the Facebook page is where you're going to want to go. Look at LessonPix on Facebook. That's where we will post things. And let's see. So Tara says, I'll link Tara. So Tara says, now you're all saying, save us anything we can do for you.
That's super sweet.
I appreciate it. If you want to renew, do it before Wednesday. Be patient with us as we deal with this and recognize that all we can do at this point is over communicate and do the best that we can.
Patience pays. Only 3 days until this.
For those of you who don't know, we have had 3 evacuations in 8 days. So we evacuated Florida for Helene, and then
to North Carolina,
to Asheville, North Carolina. We had to evacuate the flash floods back to Florida, and now we have evacuated to Pensacola. And
we're on the run.
And if a storm comes here,
that's it.
I'm out. I'm moving to Idaho, and
Idaho didn't want
yeah,
us.
I'm moving to Ireland. Something else. Okay, that's all there is to it. Alyssa says hurricane exhaustion is real. Yeah, a little punch drunk here.
Beth, the pre-recorded is a great idea.
Yeah, Beth says they can send pre-recorded trainings to anyone who needs it this week. That's great. And we're still smiling. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Yeah, smiling. Barely.
Come to Colorado.
Colorado. Okay, Colorado. What do you have? Earthquakes? I forget what you have. We'll have one. We are not going to North Dakota, Mary. There's no. We sent our daughter there. She loved it, but it's awfully cold. This is the only month that you can go to North Dakota. Naomi says that's rough. Yes, that was a rough 8 days. And fires. Yeah, we don't want fires.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want us to go. We'll bring all the fires to you. Canada, it's awfully cold. We're Floridians. We're not going to Canada.
Canada's
Indiana's safe until spring. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate all the invites. We will probably stay where we are, but
we'll think
about it every time if we showed you pictures. So the pictures we had up with the background, this one,
yeah, nice,
with the little upside down flag.
Bill
really, it is kind of what our home looks like right now.
Symbol builder.
I did. So, all right, everybody, I appreciate it. Thank you for your smiles and your patience. We'll keep you updated on what we're doing. And
well, to all our friends in Florida who have been or may be impacted by this storm, we love you and stay safe. Yeah. To all our friends in North Carolina and Virginia and Tennessee and Florida and Georgia, Savannah, all over impacted by Helene, you too are in our thoughts and prayers. And, and we hope for a smooth recovery from all this disaster.
Yeah, maybe it will just hit Mexico, weekend, and fizzle into Cuba somewhere. That would be fabulous. Wouldn't that be nice?
Just fizzle is good.
Fizzle.
I'm all for fizzling.
Just fizzle. Yeah, it can hit us as a tropical storm. That would be great. So yeah. All right, everybody. You guys have a great night, and we will probably come back live probably Wednesday, talk about what we're actually going to do.
Well, I have no idea.
Well, if we're going to cut it over. If we're going to cut over Thursday, if we cut over to the data center, I will go live like this and let everybody know.
We'll keep you updated.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks. Bye.